like a girl, the concept of a lot of the guys, when we say fight like a girl, you know, the normal, they laugh and joke and it's, oh, scratch, bite, pinch, hair pulling, handbag slapping, but it's not about that. What Anne and I both understood, when you were fighting in a dojo, they pit you against any man. And there's no discrimination. You know, they could be 20 years old, 6 foot whatever, and big and strong, and you have to fight your way out of it. So they don't go easy on you because you're a girl. They put more pressure on you actually because you're a woman, and you have to learn how to fight differently. And this is why Fight Like a Girl started, because we realized that we had to fight differently. You know, we watch a lot of the things, you can't fight the same as a man. Firstly, we don't have the power, we don't have the muscular strength. We'd like to think we might do, but we absolutely don't. Physically, we don't. We also don't have the ability, the agility, and often the speed. And one of the biggest things is reach. I mean, Anne is what, how tall are you?
170.
Okay, I'm 5'1". Okay, so if she puts her fist there, okay, there's a big problem. Now, my husband's 6'4", and he's also a black belt, and I had to fight against it. So when he was using his legs and swinging those punches, there's not a chance I could actually fight that.
His arms and legs go on forever.
He's standing here.
He kicks.
Yeah, and he just comes at you with his arms and legs going like this, and you end up, you're either going to run it around, you know, just sprinting round and round and round, or you've got to fight differently. So you've got to start thinking about how we fight to how animals would fight in the wild, especially dogs. Something small compared to something big. The smaller thing would obviously use its speed and agility around the bigger the animal. So take Great Dane Jack Russell, just watch that. So we had to learn to adapt our fighting style to the size of the person that we were fighting. And that was not always easy. However, having said that, when you learn to fight differently, we often had the bigger guys backed into the corner and they couldn't get out of the corner because you just harass them. It literally is harassing them when you fight with them.
Yeah, when you get into their space up close and personal, they don't know what to do. All they do is they just try and get back.
So, and their worry is you're going to go for their groin or something like that, so they do move back because of that. But the chances of me hitting a 6'4" guy in the face are very remote, so I had to fight differently, and we had to change that up a little bit. So when we do fight like women, it's not because, you know, we've got this stigma attached to us that we can't fight. It's because we think differently when we fight. And we're going to teach you how to think differently. And you'll be quite surprised. A lot of the techniques that we used are so simple that you actually wouldn't even think. You think, oh my word, why didn't I think about this type of thing? Okay, because it's not about strength. You watch it in the movies, how they blast out of people, or you watch it online and that sort of thing. You will not be able to get yourself like someone has got adrenaline surging through their body and they have an intent to do you harm. You're not going to get out of that quickly. So we have to learn to fight differently. So you learned a few things like that. However, the most important thing that you do have, women, we go through childbirth. All right, we know what it's like to have kids. We know what it's like to have flu, take your kids to school, do lunch boxes, still have to work, come home, do the supper, cooking, whatever else, and still keep going whilst your husband's been lying in bed all day because he's got the same flu, yelling and ringing the bell because he's so sick. Okay. We have endurance. We have very good endurance as women. And we also have the ability, when I say multitask, I don't mean doing too many things at once, because when we multitask, we actually, if we're doing two things, we dilute each thing, 50%, 50%. It's about having that ability to do things quite quickly and work it out. Okay, men tend to get quite panicked, we've noticed that. But the women have this natural instinct and this ability to be able to do this because you've got two kids there, you've got something happening there, the pot's boiling over there, and you're managing to balance all of this sort of stuff. So we have that ability, and that's what we tap into when we work with you ladies.
And women also have the ability to think and then act, whereas men tend to act and think about it later on. So that puts us at a huge advantage as well.